Hello everybody, welcome back to the PES 99 career mode, and we are pretty much exactly where we left off from the last episode. We have won our first Premier League game of the season against Leicester, and today we're taking on Blackburn and then having transfer deadline day, which would be quite interesting. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that in the last episode when we did the transfer review, there were some slight differences from the previous time, like Figo hadn't moved for 250 odd million. That's because I forgot to save the game, so I went back in and this was before the Leicester game. So yeah, we did the Charity Shield again. I won it in normal time. We've beaten Leicester. But yeah, so there is a few little differences in terms of transfers, but I'm sure some big transfers will be happening. So at the moment we have the record with Stankovic, Bartes going to Bayern Munich is second, and Perez to Atletico Madrid is third. But with transfer deadline day coming up, I'm pretty sure there is going to be some mega deals happening, hopefully for us as well, because we have got a few little negotiations ongoing. We are in the midst of selling Raymond van der Houw, hopefully to Norwich. We are looking at moving on Jesper Blomqvist to Newcastle. We've got Henningberg moving to Southampton. We've got, that's it at the moment, but hopefully a few others will be on their way as well, because we've got a pretty good squad, but it is pretty full at the moment, so we need to create some space, get some transfer budget in, and then hopefully we'll be looking at bringing in at least one absolute superstar from this era. So I'm sort of thinking potentially like a Thuram, a Raul, a Batistuta potentially to be leading our line for us, maybe a Recoba, someone like that. Lizarazu at left back would be probably the most sensible one to bring in, but I'm not sure he is the big name player that people would be excited about. Henry would be quite fun to have as well. Ariel Tega, Trezeguet, people like that. So let's see how this goes. But first off, we do have to go and play Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park in our second game in the Premier League. So I'll sort out the team and we'll be back to get the game underway. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ewood Park as Blackburn Rovers host Man United in the second game of the Premier League season, and both teams going with strong lineups in this one. It should be an interesting game. This is an ex-Premier League champion in Blackburn Rovers taking an ex-Premier League champion in Manchester United. These two teams will be expected to be towards the top of the table come the end of the season. So let's see how this game unfolds. So Blackburn Rovers to get the game underway as Honsho at the back takes control of possession for the home team in their blue and white strips against the Red Devils of Man United, who are wearing their red kit for this one. No kit clash in this game at all. That's a good ball out towards ex-Man United player Keith Gillespie. Blackburn with the fast start here, and they've hit the bar, and on the rebound it's been put in, and Blackburn Rovers are 1-0 up inside 4 minutes here at Ewood Park. An absolutely fantastic start from the home team. That is Nathan Blake with a lovely headed goal. I mean, he headed it off the crossbar. It's a really, really well worked move. Keith Gillespie just pinged the ball up the line, got past Phil Neville with the ball, early cross in. Nathan Blake's there, hit the bar, beat Peter Schmeichel up for the rebound. 1-0 Blackburn, a fast start here at Ewood Park, and that is not the game plan that Man United thought would happen. It's a wonderful cross in from the left-hand or the right-hand side. Nathan Blake's first header misses and he puts in the rebound. Nothing Schmeichel could do. 1-0 Blackburn. So Man United's first touch of the ball is to get the game back underway after going 1-0 down. Not the start that Sir Alex would have planned for his Man United team, as Paul Scholes brings the ball over into the Blackburn half, not the Ewood Park half. Roy Keane takes over the loose ball, tries to go wide to find the overlapping Phil Neville, but it's cut out there and Roy Keane can't get on the end of it. Down to the right hand side goes Keith Gillespie. This is the dangerous side. Anderson won't have a clean sheet on his debut for Man United as Nathan Blake got that early goal. And he'll have to settle in and to the back four. Roy Keane up to Paul Scholes. Gonna bring this one out from the back. Paul Scholes just holds off the midfielder there from Blackburn. Giggs looks up towards Andy Cole, tried to backheel it into the path of Paul Scholes, but couldn't quite get that one right. Giggs just takes his time. Finds Phil Neville, tries to put in a cross from a strange angle, didn't quite reach Andy Cole, and Tim Flowers will clear his line. Djalmina will win the header back towards Roy Keane. Roy Keane can just pick a pass. He tries to go all the way out to David Beckham. That was adventurous and didn't quite work. Blackburn with a bit of possession again. Here's Gillespie again on this right-hand side. Been a bit of a danger man for Blackburn in these early periods. Now he goes into Kevin Gallagher, who's dropped off into a more sort of attacking midfield role. Gary Neville does well. Out to Schmeichel. Gary Neville gets it back. Plenty of time for the Man United right back to just bring the ball forward. Got Paul Scholes inside of him, uses him. Lays that off well to Djalmina. Good turn there. Djalmina, lovely little bit of skill to get past his man. Lays it off to Phil Neville. Phil Neville looks to get the ball forward. It's hit into the face of the Blackburn Rovers player. And it will be recovered by Blackburn Rovers. Christian Daly plays well. Out to Kenner at right back. Up to Keith Gillespie. Good touch on that one to intercept the pass from Roy Keane. He lays that one off to Djalmina again. Just trying to create a bit of space. Gary Neville. David Beckham. Looks at Scholes. Scholes holds this one up again. Roy Keane on the edge of the area, just patiently waiting for the ball. Djalmina goes out wide to Beckham. Beckham tries to get an early cross in. It's well blocked, and it's a good bit of pressure from Man United, but nothing to say at the end of it. The ball goes up the line. Here is Damien Duff. Back to Stefan Onsho. Back to Damien Duff again. Back to Onsho again, as Blackburn Rovers just happy to keep a bit of possession. Poor pass up there from Onsho, but a poor header from Paul Scholes as well. Gives the ball straight back to the home team. 10 minutes to go in the first half, and it's all Blackburn Rovers really at the moment. Man United struggling to really test Tim Flowers' goal. Cutting field here from Keith Gillespie. Left-footed drive, easy save for Schmeichel, who's not hanging around and looking to get this one underway straight away. Ryan Giggs. Anderson into Keane. Keane looks up and gives the ball into Giggs again. Ryan Giggs just uses his strength well and holds off his man. Gets into a good position here, Giggs, but his cross is well blocked. 5 minutes to go in this one. And it's going to be Phil Neville with a throw-in. Roy Keane looks up and finds Djalmina. Here is Phil Neville. Djalmina again looks to play in Ryan Giggs, who swings in a cross again, looking early towards Andy Cole, but couldn't quite get that one right. And it looks like Blackburn are going to hold on for the first half and go in with a 1-0 lead. And maybe change of system for Man United is needed, because the 4-2-3-1 isn't really working at Ewood Park today. So no changes at half-time. So Alex Ferguson going to let this 11 players get back out there and see what they can do, as Neville into Giggs. Back to Neville. Holds onto the ball well. Djalmina. Oh, he's just closed down very, very well there, and Blackburn Rovers get possession back. And they're working it around very well, Blackburn. Man United just can't get the ball back at the moment. Goes out wide, out to Keith Gillespie. Gillespie down the line. Really good ball to find Gallagher. Just fools the defender, but it was a good recovery there from Anderson. And here is Giggs. Djalmina. Keane. Up to Scholes. Much better football this from Man United. Paul Scholes still going, but runs into trouble. And it was McKinley that won the ball back for Blackburn. Blake, oh, it's a really good 1-2, but Phil Neville's done very well on the cover. Covers that one out well. Schmeichel. Out wide, finds Beckham with a lovely pass. Here's Scholes. Djalmina, good turn inside. Djalmina looks up to Andy Cole, but just there isn't quite the connection working for this Man United front line at the moment. They're struggling to get in the game, struggling to find their passes. Anderson's come all the way out from the back there to try and put pressure on the ball, and it's left Man United a bit vulnerable at the back in terms of numbers. Shot from distance from Blake. Easy again for Schmeichel. An hour gone in this one. Beckham heads it down well. Scholes. Up to Keane. Here's Phil Neville. Ryan Giggs. Phil Neville again. Giggs gives him a run on the overlap, and Ryan Giggs has done really well here. Ryan Giggs is in a good position. Low shot. Oh, low cross in. It was bouncing around. Giggs is there. Saved by Flowers. He wasn't offside because it was deflected off a defender, but that is better from Man United. The best move they've had of the game. Just couldn't find a striker or a midfielder in the middle there, Ryan Giggs, with his cross. But with 20 minutes to go, it's sort of shoots of positivity from Man United as Blackburn keep the ball again around the back. Doing a good job. Here's Onsho. Goes long. Gary Neville couldn't quite get there for the challenge, and he's been pulled out of position. And Croft's back heel goes off Gary Neville. Throw in. So a change for Man United. Djalmina off. Dwight York coming on off the bench with 20 minutes to go. A slight change of system as well. More traditional 4-4-2. It looks like Man United have changed to in this one as the ball goes down the line towards Damien Duff. Paul Scholes trying to come along and put him under a bit of pressure. Duff does swing in a good cross. It's headed away only as far as Blake again, and his shot goes past the post. So the game back underway. Gary Neville on the right-hand side as the goal kick was taken short. Into Roy Keane. Bit of support there from Phil Neville. Moves it out left to Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs across early on from a little bit deeper. Andy Cole offside. Not what you want from your striker there. He moved a little bit too soon. And the right call from the linesman. Right, goal kick goes long from Tim Flowers. Yapstam wins the header. But it falls in there to Christian Daly. Man United are running out of time here. As Damien Duff comes down the left again under pressure, but managed to play a good 1-2 there and get the ball back into a crossing position again. Anderson's there with a good header. Roy Keane goes up towards Paul Scholes, who has just stopped on the ball there in a good defensive position. Beckham into Scholes again. Scholes ball through, looking for the run of Roy Keane. Roy Keane could be in, and he's found Andy Cole. Andy Cole! It's 1-1 with 8 minutes to go, and it's a really good flowing counter-attack there from Man United. And Andy Cole gets the equaliser. 1-1 here at Ewood Park, and this is all to play for. As Beckham found Scholes. Scholes spotted Roy Keane's run through the midfield. Andy Cole pulled off the back of Christian Daly, and then nice first-time finish past Tim Flowers. 1-1. So substitution for Man United after getting that equaliser. David Beckham coming off to be replaced by Luke Chadwick on the right-hand side. And Blackburn get the game back underway. 1-1 here. The Blackburn fans have been shocked into silence as Blackburn come forward again. Here is Damien Duff, just looks in field. Early ball up again towards Blake. It's a really good touch from Nathan Blake, but Schmeichel's out quickly and does very well, the big Dane, to hold on to that one under pressure. Roy Keane just tackled there by Wilcox. And Croft gets the ball at left back for Blackburn. Down the line finds Damien Duff again. Damien Duff and the wingers, both wingers, Duff and Gillespie, have been a bit of a thorn in the side for Man United today. How it goes. Chadwick, some good defensive work there from the youngster, although he has lost the ball in a dangerous position as Duff puts a cross in. Yapstam's there with a big header. And Man United will probably be happy with a draw coming out of this one. Dwight York puts it through looking for Cole. Couldn't quite get there. And that will probably be the game, you would imagine. Maybe Blackburn will have one last chance at an attack. They don't. Referee blows the full-time whistle. 1-1 at Ewood Park is 4 points from the first 2 games for Man United. So a 1-1 draw against Blackburn. Not a terrible result, to be honest. A good finish from Andy Cole got us the equaliser. But we do have some news. So Jesper Blomqvist has agreed to move to Newcastle. Henning Berg has agreed to move to Southampton. Van der Hau has agreed to move to Norwich. So that is some good money coming in. And Luke Chadwick has been showing some great promise, which is awesome. We've been giving him some game time and he has been developing as well, which is good. Our scouts are out there finding some players. We've got Barcelos, Pigno and Alex Moreno in there as an offensive fullback. So yeah, no thanks. Into our system then. So Blomqvist, 31 million. We will accept that. Thank you very much. We're getting some cash in the door to try and go and buy a big signing. Henning Berg, out he goes the door as well. We've got Van der Hau. He will be leaving to join Norwich as well. And I think that is all 3 transfers done and dusted. This isn't transfer deadline day. We're actually 1 day before transfer deadline day. So with 63 million to spend, I don't think we can afford anyone absolutely huge. I mean, JJ Okocha would be good fun. He really would. I'm tempted by Ortega to really back up our striking options again. Obviously, we've bought in Stankovic, so we can remove him from our shortlist. Igor Titov. Let's go and get Titov done. That definitely will be. That'll be happening. I love Igor Titov. So 11 million. They're open to the idea of selling him. So we're off at 9.3. We'll give him a bump in salary because his wages are really cheap. 2-year contract. He can have an appearance fee. He's not really going to score that many. And he can get a win bonus as well. And we'll see if he agrees for that for 9 million. But yeah, I'm trying to think what we need. We need a backup goalkeeper now. We've sold Van der Hart. Nicky Colkin is our backup goalkeeper. So if Peter Schmeichel's ever on a down red at the moment, it will be Nicky Colkin stepping up. We could look at Hans Jorgbutt. I can't remember what value he was. 10 million. And his release fee is only 12. So I think we go for Hans Jorgbutt here because that's not that much of an expensive. I mean, he's a backup goalkeeper, so he can have a big appearance fee. He can have a win bonus. He can have a decent clean sheet bonus as well. That should convince him to join. So that's going to leave us with a little bit less money. Janino would be good fun, but we definitely don't need another attacking midfielder. I mean, how much is Batistuta? 101. Minimum fee? He doesn't have a minimum fee release clause. That is a problem. Del Piero. 141. Again, his minimum fee is 308. Right, we definitely need to sell if we're going to bring in players like this then. 143. Wow, these players are very, very expensive. Nedved. 168. Okay, we are struggling here to bring in any of these players. 75. So 88 for Alvaro Recoba. That's doable. That is doable. Another striking option in there. Teza Henry. That would be good fun, wouldn't it? Thierry Henry would be good fun. But 184 million is a lot of money. We've signed Anderson. He can also be removed from the list. Ariel Ortega. Again, another one that could be pretty doable. Another one that could be pretty doable. We could do some part exchanges as well. We could do some part exchanges. But I've got my eyes on Recoba and Ariel Ortega. So we'll see how that goes as we head into transfer deadline day. The 31st of August. Transfer deadline day is among us. Now, PES does transfer deadline day a little bit strange. Every deal takes up certain hours. And you have 10 hours to get stuff done. So you've got to balance selling and buying players with the amount of time that you have left. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. So Titov, okay, we'll probably sign Titov. Jords, but he is negotiating, and we have sold our players as well. So negotiations then. Let's have a look at this. So Titov 11 million, Hans Jorgbut 12 million. So Hans Jorgbut is... He's the key one, right? So that's going to take 2 hours to get done. So we're going to get that one done for 12 million. And now we need offers for our players on deadline day. David May from Leicester. That's good. Peter Schmeichel will be rejected from Tottenham Hotspur. We'll be keeping hold of Peter Schmeichel. That is for sure. Peter Schmeichel, 92 million. But we will reject that bid. But David May is 100% someone I'm open. 10 million as well. Let's see. This is the problem. We can negotiate and waste more time or just accept it. I'm going to negotiate because I think we can get 12 mil. I'll take 12 million from Leicester. That's going to take 3 hours to have that negotiation. 7 hours left in deadline day. What can we do? What can we do here? Last day of the transfer window. We've got a little meeting in the office. Crew Alexandra are asking, well, yeah, but selling Mark Wilson isn't a priority to eat up my time at the moment. But we have signed Hans Jorgbut. That is confirmed. Ryan Giggs from Lazio, Wilson and David May. Leicester have agreed to our negotiations. So, I mean, Giggsy stays. 103 million, but we're not selling Ryan Giggs. Absolutely not. David May is out the door. David May is gone. £12 million. It's going to leave us with 5 hours left in the window to potentially get something done. Right. My thing here is I don't think we've got enough money. We've got 63 million. We've got 63 million. I think that was enough for Recoba, right? Or have they just given him a new 89? Let's go and have a look at Ariel Ortega. Have they given him... I think they've just given new contracts then. 71 mil. It will put us into a bit of debt, but I think we go for Ariel Ortega. More options in the attacking third. More options in the attacking third. It's going to leave us with 3 hours to go, which isn't very much at all. So, okay, Ortega's coming in. We don't actually have the money to bring him in, so I think we're going to go into debt here. We'll accept those terms. Yeah, we couldn't finalize it because it's over the budget. Oh, man, that is annoying. That is very, very annoying. We've got enough to sign Titov, but I was hoping that we'd get one more bid for our player. Oh, man, that is annoying. We can skip an hour. Leaves us with 2 hours to go. Still no more offers for our players. Oh, so I don't think we're going to get... I just don't think we're going to get Ariel Ortega over the line. We're going to skip for 1 hour. We have no last-minute offers for our players, which means we can't afford to bring in Ariel Ortega. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. So, what we're going to do is bring on Igor Titov, because we can't afford to bring in Ariel Ortega. So, Igor Titov is going to join. That will be the final part of deadline day. Oh, that is so annoying that we couldn't bring in Ariel Ortega. I was hoping for one really good player from this era to join. But we brought in Hans-Jörg, but Djao Mina is really, really good. And Titov joins as one of my favourite players from this sort of era because of Champ Manager. So we are just about to get underway in our Champions League debut. The transfers are done, which means next episode will be 2 games. How do you feel about your prospects of getting out of the group? I think we can do getting out of the group. I think we can get out of the group quite easily. We can win the group. We can win the group. We're going to be positive. We can win the group for sure. But yeah, transfers deadline is done. We've got, now we get more offers in. John Curtis from Leicester. Ryan Giggs from Real Madrid. And yeah, we didn't finalise the deal with Ortega. But that is irritating that we now get some offers coming in. Scouting wise, who have they found? Lira and Moriera. So Moriera, an 82 rated right winger. Left back, Lira, 76 rated. My team, Giggs, 100 million. We haven't renewed his contract, so other teams are sniffing around. Okay, so we'll end that negotiation. And we will renew Ryan Giggs' contract. Yeah, let's go. Let's knock him down a little bit, see if we can get him to 144. We'll give him an appearance fee. We'll give him a goal bonus. We'll give him a win bonus as well. And go from there. And then we had John Curtis, which is someone I'm not, again, had very high potential. He's probably not going to get that much game time. So I think we're just going to try and get a bit more money from them. Oh, let's just go for his release fee. They can pay us his release fee of 16.9 million. And then we obviously had this offer for Mark Wilson as well. But yeah, we rejected it. It wouldn't have been for a lot of money. He's not a very good player. So yeah, there we go. Next up, in next episode then, we'll have Benfica and Charlton coming at you in the next episode. But this is fun. Oh, let's have a quick look to see what other deals happened across the world. So Trezeguet moved for 135 million to Barcelona. We've never been able to afford that. Not too many more deals happened. Taribo West moved to Lazio. But yeah, we were just busy selling players, really. Not too much happening there. But next up will be Benfica in the Champions League. And I can't wait to see you then. Cheers.